¿Cómo está? Hello, my little crafty monsters. How is everybody doing today? I hope everybody is fabulous. So, in today's fabulous tutorial, there's Callisto. So, in today's fabulous tutorial, we are going to be making these adorable little candy boxes that hold the nugget. So, these just slide off. And in the inside, we have the matching candies. How cute is that, right? So this is what we're going to be making today, you guys. So super easy. So anyway, the only die that we used was the die for this bow. Other than that, everything else that we used was a paper trimmer, a scoreboard, and some construction paper. Other than that, you don't need any other special little handy dandy tools to make these little bad boys. So they're really, really easy, you guys. Let's not waste any more time and get down to business, and we will see you in a bit. Hola, hola, my little crafty monsters. So in this fabulous tutorial, we are going to be making these little Hershey Nugget chocolate boxes that you do not need any dies or any special tools, but a scoreboard and a paper trimmer, and of course some construction paper and DSP paper. And we're going to go ahead and use these construction paper as well as this DSP paper that we purchased from Hobby Lobby. And we're going to go ahead and start by choosing the DSP paper that we're going to want to be using for this fabulous tutorial. So we're going to do a red box and a pink box. And right here we are going to choose the paper that we're going to want. And I'm going to go ahead and choose these two papers. And we're going to go ahead and start by cutting the construction paper to the size to make the box, and those measurements are going to be 5 inches and a quarter by 7 inches and 3/4. And we're going to go ahead and cut both construction papers to that size so that we can go ahead and make 2 boxes. This is the part where you could cut as many as you want. If you're going to make quite a few, I would actually do quite a few. Now we just need our scoreboard, and we're going to go ahead and score these little bad boys. Landscape first. We're going to go ahead and score them at 3/4 of an inch, and then at 7, or you could turn it completely and do 3/4 of an inch again. Right here, 3/4 of an inch and at 7, and that gives you that 3/4 of an inch quarter. Then we turn it to the portrait and we score it at 3/4 of an inch, then 2 1/4, and then we're going to go ahead and flip it and do it again, 3/4 of an inch to 2 1/4. And that will be all the scoring that we're going to be needing. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and cut these tabs in an angle, and this is just so that the box will close a lot more neater, and it's just all going to fit. So you want to cut your little tabs in an angle. So I do this to every single box that that I make, or I even do this to envelopes sometimes. And so you're going to go ahead and do that to as many boxes as you're going to be making. And then after we do this, then we're going to go ahead and fold every crease to make sure that it's folded the way it's supposed to be. And then we're going to go ahead and measure to see what sizes of the mats we're going to need for in front of these 2 boxes. So we're just going along with it, my little crafty monsters. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just kidding. I've done these boxes before, but I altered the size, so now I have to measure it to make sure that I get the right size mat. And right here, so we're gonna go ahead and cut the one paper at 1 inch and 1/4. Sorry, and then we're gonna go ahead and cut it by 6 inches. So it's 6 inches by 1/4. Oh my God, I can't even talk. It is 6 inches and then 1 inch and 1/4. Sorry. And that's going to be the first mat on there. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to go down by 1/4 of an inch to the DSP paper. So like I said, this first mat is cut down to 6 inches by 1 inch and 1/4. And then we're going to cut this DSP paper to 1 inch and I believe we're going to do it at 5 inches by 3/4. So we're going to go ahead and do 1 inch by 5 3/4 inches. And that's going to be the last mat. Now these are going to be the little strips that we're going to be using to to cover the nuggets. And these are actually cut down to 1 inch by 3 inches. So these will be the perfect length to go ahead and wrap around these little bad boys. So again, this is 1 inch by 3 inches. And those are, you cut those as many as you're going to need to cover your little nuggets. So we just did 6 because we're gonna do 6 little nuggets per box. And then right here, we're gonna go ahead and lay down our first mat in front of the box, and we're really just decorating the front of this box. There's no need to put any other mats any other place on this box because nobody's really going to see it. This is just the focal point, so that's what we're going to do. Then you can go ahead and start gluing the tabs, and it's pretty self-explanatory. You just do the first bottom tab, and I do it against the table. I put it down flat on the table, and I do not meet up the tabs because remember we cut kind of in an angle, so you don't want to meet those up. So what I do is I put this on the table and I just make sure that I'm making the box square, and then you can go ahead and start doing the lid part. And I mean, it's really, really easy, guys. I mean, this is not a hard project, and you could do as many as you want. If you do not have a die machine or one of those or cutting machines or anything like that, this is perfect for you to be able to do this project with no problem. So go ahead and just continue building your boxes, as many boxes as you're making. We are only doing 2, so this is going to be the last one. We're going to go ahead and glue these tabs to this little bad boy and build this box. After that, we're going to go ahead and use this same construction paper that we used to make these boxes. We're going to use about a strip to make a belly band around these boxes, and that's going to just help keep these boxes closed so that you don't have to use a sticker or glue these boxes closed. So we're going to use a belly band to keep these closed. And so once we're done with this, then I'm going to go ahead and just cut out that strip as well. Yes, sir. But we're going to go ahead and wrap these little bad boys once we're done with this box first, and then we'll do the strip. So let's go ahead and just cover these little bad boys, and it's really easy. So you could basically do it 2 ways. You can go ahead, well, actually 3 ways. What are you talking about, Jesse? So you can actually use wet adhesive, as we are doing here, because you already know that this is my to-go glue. Or you could use a double-sided tape, or you could use a tape runner, whatever it is that you guys are most comfortable with. However, I will be honest with you guys, because this DSP paper is a little bit, thicker. If you do use a tape runner, I have had the tape runner kind of come apart on these little projects, because the tape runner is not as strong. But if you do have like a Tombow tape runner, something a little bit strong, then that would work. The double-sided tape works really good. I just didn't want to cut a little double-sided tape for each one of these 12 little bad boys right here. So, so that's the first box that we're using. that we did. And you just continue doing all these to the little chocolates. Now, if you're doing a bunch of these guys, I would just do this like an assembly style and just do all your chocolates. Just build all your boxes and then cover all your chocolates and then put them all together and then do all the belly bands and then glue all those little suckers. And then if you're going to use a bow like we are here in the towards the end of this little tutorial, you're going to notice that I do use a Aliexpress bow that I purchased from Aliexpress, and we cut a little bow with the same construction paper that we use for the actual box just to top it off. And then we use, of course, Jesse uses those little tickets that he loves to use, the personalized ones and also the ones that say admit one. So these are the little boxes. Now we're going to go ahead and just get these little tickets because I love using these tickets. And we're going to go ahead and get the construction paper also to make these little belly bands. So there's no need to cut anything else. These are the construction papers that we use to cut the boxes. And these, you might as well just use the rest of the paper, right? So just do a 1 inch by 6 strip of paper, and this will be enough to do a belly band all around this box. So again, 1 inch by 6, and this is the belly band. Don't throw away the construction paper because we will be using that same one to cut out this little bow that I purchased from Aliexpress. It's a double bow, and I really liked how it came out once I made the little bow. So this was pretty awesome. And if you notice that the die, I never really take it apart. I just leave it like that because I just run it through the machine with it all intact. There's no need for you to really take it apart. I mean, if you're going to do different types of papers, you just run it through both papers, and you could do 2 bows, different little styles, if you kind of know what I mean. So right here, just bring out your Sizzix. I'm sure that there's a lot of bows that you guys could use. There's some the paper punch ones. If you have a cutting machine, you could do the cutting machine to do it. If you have a different die that is a bow, you can use that as well. I mean, you don't have to use this specific one. This one, I just liked it because it's a double ribbon kind of look. So then we're going to use our little bone folder, and we're going to go ahead and curve these little petals. Well, not petals, these little ribbons, just so that they could go ahead and arch the way we want them to arch. And then you're just really gluing the middle part. Just glue one bow first and then the other one on top. And these little double bows are so cute. I really thought they were cute. And then after we're done with that, glue it onto the tails. And then it comes with that little rectangle piece, and you just wrap that all around the tail and the bow, and that kind of secures the whole entire thing all together. Then you'll be able to attach it onto your little box. And that's how easy it is. We just put glue on the little last tab, and then you could just glue it on there. But we're gonna go ahead and do the other bow. And then I feel that I'm gonna go ahead on this one, put the tags or the tickets down first, and then I'll put these little bad boys on top of that. Because the last time I did this, it was kind of hard to get the tags onto the little box without getting glue on the actual box. So this time I'm gonna put the tickets first. So whatever bow you use, just go ahead and build it to the instructions specified for that specific bow you're making. And then you will be ready to just go ahead and decorate your little box with your bow and your little tickets, and that'll be it. Now, if you guys are not going to use tickets, you definitely could use a tag or something that you want, like a to or from tag. You could definitely do that. But in this case, we're going to go ahead and use these little tickets because, like I said, I like using these little tickets. These are my favorite. And because I stamped the word love in the front, that's just really cute. Now, the bow does cover a lot of the little tickets, but the tickets are just intended for them to peep out. They're not really supposed to be the actual focal point on these little boxes. The bow and the whole DSP paper is what's pulling it all together. So I'm just go ahead and let that glue set right there. And then, because you thought we were done, we're just going to go ahead and get our Spectrum Norm little glitter pin, and we're going to go ahead and just dab a little bit of this glitter here and there just to give it a little bit of a sparkle. I really liked how this ended up looking, and that's it, my little crafty monsters. So literally, that's how easy it was to make these little bad boys. I hope that inspired you guys to make a little treat box for maybe one of your children's teachers, or maybe a coworker or a friend, a bestie, whatever it is that you guys want to make them for. I hope that inspired you guys to make some. They're super easy. You don't need any special tools. You guys saw how fast they were. So that's it for now, my little crafty monsters. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it for you guys. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button as well as that notification button, because you guys will want to get notified every time I upload a video, because you guys don't want to miss out. So don't forget to also share and tell a friend, because your friends need to know this. They need to know how fabulous this is. You never know. They might have somebody who they want to make a little treat for, and this is the perfect video for them. So until next time, my little crafty monsters, goodbye.